Today's topic is the connection between the Arbitration and Conciliation Act and the Commercial Court Act. So, just a brief outline about the topic. You know that in the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, you may have to go to court for appointment of arbitrator or for any interim orders or for setting aside of the award, and there are few other requirements for which you have to approach the court. Before, we know that whatever the purpose, if you approach the court, it will take time, isn't it? So in order to avoid such time delays, Commercial Court Act 2015 was introduced. Its main purpose is to expedite the remedy under Arbitration and Conciliation Act when we approach the court for certain purposes. So that is the link between these two acts. In today's session, we will see what is the overview of Commercial Courts Act and what is the connection between Arbitration and Conciliation and the Commercial Courts Act, the interplay that we will see. That is the takeaway. The main objective of Commercial Courts Act is to establish commercial courts in each and every district, because in all the level you have arbitration cases. Even in district level also you have arbitration cases. In all the arbitration cases, they need court's assistance on more than one occasion, whether it is appointment of arbitrator or interim orders or setting aside, So for that they have to approach the court. But if they approach in the usual manner, it will take, the same timeline. So to cut short that, this act was enacted, Commercial Courts Act. So that is the main objective of this act. This act is having 7 chapters and 23 sections, very small act only. And there are few schedules. We will see few important sections. So chapter 5, it says about transfer of pending suits. So as I mentioned earlier, whatever the commercial disputes that were pending with the courts, various courts, so that has to be transferred to the commercial courts that were established out of this act. So that is what chapter 5, section 15, it says. That is a nutshell of this page. So whatever the pending cases, that has to be transferred. Okay, section 12A, it stipulates about pre-institution, mediation and settlement. So when you transfer the cases to the commercial courts, they will not take immediately, they will not take directly, they will first ask them to go for mediation. So this mediation is court annexed mediation. There will be mediation center in each court. So they will send the parties to the mediation first. Then they will take it. So they make it mandatory under this act. So that is another special provision. And section 13 of the Commercial Courts Act, it says about the appeal process. So there are supposed to be commercial courts at every district level and of course in the High Court level. But it is not yet established in the district level. It will happen very soon. But it is having in the High Courts. So as per the Act, suppose if we are approaching the commercial courts at the district level, and if you are not satisfied with the outcome of it, you can go for appeal under section 13. So that is what it says. But here we should be careful about the appeal process. This appeal is restricted to section 37 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act. So we need to refer to section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. There it is stipulated what are the cases that can be appealed. And then jurisdiction, section 10, it states about the jurisdiction in respect of the arbitration matters. It is nothing but, at different levels of the pecuniary jurisdiction, district level and then High Court level, and then High Court original jurisdiction level. So that is what it says. So it clearly stipulates all the arbitration matters that has to, all the arbitration matter, whatever remedies you are seeking in the courts, they have to approach the respective courts having the jurisdiction. That is what it says. Though you can see a lot of content, the crux of the matter is you have to approach to the respective jurisdiction, like district level or high court level, high court original jurisdiction, or high court commercial courts as per the pecuniary level. Now we will say what is the interplay, what is the connection between the Commercial Court Act and the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. We have seen so far, whenever we want to seek any court assistance under the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, we are approaching the courts under the Commercial Courts Act 2015. So when you are, you might have seen, when you are typing the application, you will refer, suppose if you want to apply for the appointment of arbitrator, so you are approaching the court. When you prepare the application, you will not only mention the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, but you will mention the Commercial Court Act 2015 also. So that is the link between these two acts. But we should know one thing, Arbitration Act is a special act. The provisions of Arbitration and Conciliation Act that always will prevail upon the Commercial Courts Act, which is only a general act. So there is a difference between the special act and the general act. So that is the main link between these two acts. We should be careful. For example, appeal. We have seen Section 13 of the Commercial Court Act. It provides for the appeal between the different jurisdictions. However, we cannot permit appeal of all the cases. We should cross-refer Section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. So that is what this slide reaffirms. Arbitration Act is the special act, so that will always prevail upon the general act, which is Commercial Courts Act. Now we will see a case law. Prasar Bharati versus Strathcone India Limited. It is a Delhi High Court Act. So here the issue is there is an interlocutory order under the Section 36 of the Arbitration Act. So they have applied for appeal under Section 13 of the Commercial Courts Act 2015. So that was the question of law here, whether it can be permitted or not, whether the appeal under the interlocutory order is permissible under Section 13 of the Commercial Courts Act. So that is the question in front of the court. Now, if you go back to the previous slide, what it says, whatever the appeal you want to apply under the Section 13, that should comply with the Section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. So that is what the court, they observed. Section 13(1)(a) of the Commercial Courts Act, it says an appeal under Commercial Courts Act would be maintainable only against those orders that find mention under Section 37 of the Arbitration Act. This particular interlocutory order in this case law, it doesn't find any mention under the Section 37 of the Arbitration Act. Therefore, the court pronounced that the present appeal is not maintainable under the Commercial Courts Act. This is the link between these two acts. So that's all from my side.